multi-sports, it kind of gets a lot of the bigger schools especially are wanting you to specialize. They're wanting you to, hey, you're a football player.
Right.
So you'll go play baseball after we lift weights during baseball season. What do you think about the multi-sports kids playing whatever's available or whatever they enjoy?
Well, first, and I've seen this firsthand with a lot of athletes we have, or, we have athletes in 5 different states. So we see huge schools, small schools, all this. So what I'm seeing is it comes down to shared time between coaches. So with a bigger school you have, the less time you get to have your athletes. And so what I'm seeing is that football coach wants that player as much as possible.
Right.
Well, then the baseball guy, he's wanting, and they're trying to share that time. Whereas a small school, once you're done with the sport, you go to the next one.
Right.
And it's usually the same coach.
Yeah.
And so what I'm seeing is they're trying to selfishly, control the athlete instead of just, hey, when you're done with season, go to the next sport, play.
But that's kind of understandable too. If you're a football coach at Owasso, I'm just throwing something, a big school out.
Big school.
And your job is to go out there and win football games.
Right.
And your star quarterback is also the number one on the bump.
Right.
Do you not want him? I mean, he's your quarterback.
Here would be my answer. Kyler Murray, Archie Bradley. You have guys that are quarterback stars, right? And still play another sport. Right. So I think at the end of the day, if the athlete can handle it, you have to be smart enough as a coach to say, you know what, I can turn him loose and let him go play another sport, and he's going to be fine. He'll circle back. He'll be fine. I was
mainly a baseball coach when I was doing high school, and when baseball season got over with, that last game of that season, I needed a break.
Right.
I know they needed a break from me.
Mentally,
just me seeing the same people grinding every day.
Right.
I encouraged every one of my baseball players to be in that gym the first day of basketball practice.
Right.
Small school, yet but still, not just for the basketball, just for the camaraderie, just for the experience. Just you might be an all-star baseball player, and you might C-string on basketball.
Right.
Just to be out there with the guys and be involved in the everyday thing. I think that's as important as anything. And when my last game was over with, you guys, every one of you needs to be in the gym tomorrow,
right.
practicing. And I was just big on that. But like I said, I come from a small school,
right.
So. But I just feel everybody needed kind of a break mentally, just from each other.
Right.
I know they needed a break from me. So,
Well, here's where I'm at on that is, whether you're going to go play 3 sports or you're going to specialize in one, your butt needs to be doing something.
Right.
You don't need to be a couch potato and just be sitting around doing nothing. And that all reverts back to kids just don't work the way they used to back in that. It was free labor, for parents. Well, especially mine. Shout out to my dad right there. So
good job, Ray.
The thing is we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to either be training in some aspect, and that's what I use basketball for. Everybody, especially around here, they remember me for basketball more than they do baseball.
Right.
And it wasn't that I was just that spectacular or anything, but I was just that athletic.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where I just use basketball as an explosive tool.
Right.
And I really do think basketball helped me be a better baseball player. And if Dad would have let me play football, I think that would have helped me in other aspects. So my son plays, different sports, so I'm all for it.
Yeah. I've always been for that too. A funny story, I coached against Koda in high school, and Ray was his coach. So me and Ray always – anybody that don't know Ray – anybody that knows Ray will appreciate this probably a little more. But I always gave him a hard time about throwing Koda against poor little Cameron. I was like, you need to save him for the games you got coming up this week.
Right.
But basically, I was saying I didn't want you to throw Koda against Cameron. I had a better chance beating somebody else than I did Koda. But he was asking me one day about watch Koda now, and he's struggling with his slider. He's having little problems with it. well, tell me what tell me what your thoughts are on it. And I looked at him and I was like, Ray, I'm not telling you before he pitches against us. He don't need any more advantage than he's already got. I mean, I'll watch him throw a bullpen or something someday and kind of help him, but not that. And it was just kind of a running joke with me and Ray. But me and Ray had a good relationship, and I started doing some umpiring, and he got back into coaching a little bit, and we had some good conversations. He's a good guy and good mentor. We're going to take a break real fast. Be back shortly.